Government has revealed that all pension funds from the debt exchange program have been exempted. This was after a meeting between Organized Labour, Ministry of Employment and Labour Relations, the Finance Ministry, National Security Ministry and all other stakeholders on Thursday. Organized Labour has mounted a fierce protest against government's plan to include their pension funds in the program. Now, joining me on phone is Deputy General Secretary of Public Service Workers Union, John Sampa, to tell us whether or not they are satisfied with the announcement. He joins me on the phone now. Good evening to you, Mr. Sampa.
Good evening, and good evening to our cherished listeners.
Now, after baring your teeth and disagreeing to government's plan to include pension funds in the debt exchange program, government has finally heeded to your calls. Are you satisfied now?
I am happy to say that we should all be satisfied, and yes, we are satisfied, because we all love Ghana, but we also love ourselves. Even the Bible said that love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Exactly.
So we love our meager pension funds, and we didn't want it to be used. We wanted exemption. And if government has actually listened and now exempted pension funds, we should be satisfied.
Right. Now, were you aware this meeting was going to happen today, Mr. Sampa?
Yes, I was aware.
Okay.
Also because at the last Tuesday when the meeting took place, we couldn't actually conclude, and the government said that he will arrange for another meeting. We all know the repercussion for calling a nationwide organized labor strike. We are talking about all the public sector institutions, VRA, GRIPO, GRA. It will really have impact. And therefore, I think that the government has acted fast, although it should have come earlier to now exempt the pension funds as requested by the union.
Now, you were at this press conference by the TUC. Tell us exactly what was said there. What exactly happened there?
Oh, not much.
Right.
I mean, we have had an MOU signed. The MOU, I have a copy of the MOU. I believe that the media should have it by now.
Right.
The Minister of Employment have signed, the Minister of Finance have signed, and the TUC Secretary General Dr. Alba has also signed on behalf of organized labor and all the associations. And this is exactly what our leaders have been asking. So we call the press to let them know that, look, we love our nation and we don't want to grant the nation to a halt. And so while the government has listened and exempted pension funds, obviously we have to call off our strike as well.
Right. Now, Mr. Sampa, let me ask you my very final question. How do you want government to handle such issues next time?
I mean, the government and labor have social partnership agreements. And we have actually instituted this mechanism to resolve our issues. It is heartbreaking that we have built such social dialogue institution or mechanism, and we have been talking about our issue. And government will go ahead unilaterally to take a decision when you know that you have social partners.
Right.
That is not the good spirit of social dialogue.
Right.
Government really believe and to trust him. Obviously, he must do things that will require that confidence. So we will love that in future, if there is anything to talk about this economy that will impact on workers, the government will engage the leadership of organized labor and all the associations for amicable understanding before announcement of any such decision.
Right. Deputy General Secretary of Public Service Workers Union, John Sampa, thank you very much indeed for your time.